Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Missoula Maverick baseball as we've got the second game of the day for the Mavericks here at the Dwight Church Tournament in Lewiston, Idaho, with the Mavericks picking up the win to go 2-0 against Mercedes-Benz of Seattle, 9-2 in the first game right before this one. So the Mavericks will have the second. It'll be a duo day here at the tournament for the Mavericks. Tomorrow we'll have a game at 2:30 Pacific time against Hanford Flames, and then Sunday it is a 1:30 game against 12:30 game, I should say, Pacific time against the Spokane Cannons. The Mavericks 2-0 on the tournament after picking up a win against Lewis and Clark last night, 6-4, and then picking up the win 9-2 over Mercedes-Benz. For Prairie, it's 1-1 as they would fall in the opener against the Twins 11-3 in 5 innings, and then the Cannons, the Cardinals, would get the win 1-5. It looks like we're going to have a national anthem here before this game, and we will go ahead and step aside for the code and the national anthem. We'll be back with starting lineups and first pitch right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Thank you. Let's play ball.
Welcome back to MPSN as the national anthem and the Legion code is taken care of, and we are ready for our first pitch. It is the Prairie Cardinals and the Missoula Mavericks. For the Mavericks to lead off, it's Brendan Hill in center field, Dane Frazier in right field, number 7 batting second. Number 2, Stuart Long's the shortstop, batting third. Batting fourth is the third baseman, number 13, Trad Richardson. Drew Stensrud's number 5. He bats fifth and is holding down first base. Thomas Martin, number 8, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Bridger Johnson in left field. Andrew Clausen is the catcher for the Mavericks in the game, and he'll bat 8th. And rounding out the order is the second baseman, Dayton Bay. It's Zach Hangus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. For the Cardinals, number 2, Spencer Zeller. He's in left field, batting. Let's start with the top. Brock Zeller, the first baseman, number 7, will lead things off. Spencer Zeller, as I push buttons I don't need to push. Spencer Zeller, the left fielder, bats second. He's number 2. Tanner Element Call is the shortstop. He'll bat third. Batting fourth is number 22, Matt Fleming. He's the third baseman. Harrison Reed, number 12, bats fifth. That's the center fielder. Nick Chase is the pitcher. He'll bat sixth. He's number 14. Number 16, Zach Clark is the catcher. He'll bat seventh. Batting eighth is Ethan Miller, the right fielder. He's number 11. And finishing out the order is number 19, Andrew Davison, the second baseman, batting ninth. And it is Nick Chase on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. The Cardinals come with 10 today. They only had 9 players yesterday, and another player coming in and picking up another spot, so they'll have 1 in reserve against the Mavericks. So Brennan Hill settles in for his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch of the game, and it's going to be bounced down the third base line. The throw to first is on target, and we've got 1 pitch, 1 out to start the game.
Number 7, Dane Frazier.
As we go to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. We've got first pitch at 6:36, a game time temp of 85 degrees with a wind out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. Frazier's going to crank on the first pitch, bounced out to the shortstop, the throw to first, and that's 2 pitches, 2 away to start the game.
Number 2, Stuart Long.
Taking us to the shortstop, Stuart Long. Long will settle in. And the first pitch will be a ball to Long. So Long not taking a slice at the first pitch, lays off. Here's the 1-0, and it's upstairs for ball 2. So Prairie 1-1. They would get stopped by Lewis and Clark in the first game, as this check swing has contact for a foul ball to make it 2-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And this one will bounce over the pitcher's mound. It's going to roll shallow into center field, and the Mavericks will have their first hit of the game.
Number 13, Trad Richardson.
Takes us to the third baseman, Trad Richardson, with 2 outs and a runner at first for the Mavericks. Brent Hathaway, the manager of the Mavericks, sending the signal in as Richardson settles in. The stretch and set. And it's over the plate. Throw, and the runner will get the base, as we have strike 1. To Richardson, with Long standing at second now. Yes, Long was a single up the middle. Richardson 1-1. Here's the pitch by Chase. And time is called just as Chase gets into his kick. One and one. Here's the pitch now. And Richardson will take this one for a ride into the gap. The left fielder not able to get to it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Long's around the corner at third as Richardson stands up at second with the throw. And the Mavericks have found themselves on the board. 1-0.
Now for bat, number 5, Drew Stensrud.
As Drew Stensrud comes up for the Mavericks. 2 outs, a runner at second, and 1 run earned. And everybody wave at Lawrence King as he makes his way around the camera. Stensrud with the pitch. He'll see strike 1. The stretch and set by Chase. And Stensrud will be tagged to put runners at first and second now for the Mavericks.
Now for bat, number 8, Thomas Martin.
The designated hitter for the Mavericks, Thomas Martin. Runners at first and second as Stensrud shakes off the tag in the shoulder. And the pitch thrown in will be ball 1 to Martin. Martin had a good game against Mercedes. I didn't write the stats down, but he had himself 4 stolen bases. As this one will be beat out to the shortstop. Shortstop bobbles it, and the runner will make it on. Mavericks load the bases with 2 outs off the air.
Now up, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
So that brings up Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks. As the first pitch dropped in by Chase will be ball 1. Pitch on the way. And Johnson, a line drive into the third baseman's glove, will end the side. Loaded bases, 1 run earned, and the Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We will be back with the portion of the inning for the Cardinals right after this.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the first inning, Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Stepping to the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound would be the one and only Zach Hangus. As the leadoff batter, Brock Zeller, will come to the plate. So Brock Zeller, Spencer Zeller, and Tanner Element Call scheduled on the inning. Hangus with his first pitch of the game, and he'll deliver a strike. Hangus has been extremely impressive this season. Just had a conversation about him with Lawrence King. Here's the 1-1, and it's going to come off the middle of the bat. Stensrud will come up, and that'll be out number 1. Takes us to Spencer Zeller with 1 away here in the bottom of the first for the Cardinals. We want to say hello to the Cardinals fans that have tuned in to watch the game, as this one's going to be banged down the third baseline foul for strike 1. As Spencer Zeller settles back in. Hangus with the pitch. And it's inside on the lefty to go 1-1 on the count. Hangus, though, he's been fun to watch this year. Very impressed with the young man. His first year at the A level, as this one's going to roll out. Bay picks it up in the dirt. The throw to first, and that's 2 away.
Now up, number 15, Tanner Call.
Brings up Tanner Call now. Tanner Element Call for the Cardinals. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Hangus with the pitch, and he'll find the outside of the plate on the right-hander for strike 1. But Hangus, he's a 6'3", 215-pound right-hand sophomore from Sentinel High School in Missoula, Montana, as this one's going to take a ride into left field, and this one looks like it's got enough leg. It's going to bounce off the top of the wall and roll, as the runner will make his way to second, and a huge shot for the Cardinals to get their first hit of the game. That one had a chance, folks, to make it over the wall. It landed right on top and bounced back into play off of the, I think it says Privileged Care and Rehabilitation sign. So we go to Matt Fleming with 1 on and 2 outs. Fleming, the third baseman. Here's Hangus with the pitch. And he'll find the outside of the plate for strike 1. But Hangus has pitched well this season. I'll get to his stats as time is called by the batter. Fleming settles back in. And we'll get to Hangus's pitching stats here in a few, as this one is punched high. Hill races up, and Hill with the dive puts it in the glove to end the side. Brendan Hill on his bike gets the catch, and it's Mavericks 1, Cardinals 0. Top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the second inning, Mavericks lead 1-0 over the Prairie Cardinals. On the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, Nick Chase on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, as Andrew Clausen will lead off the inning for the Mavericks. So 8-9 batters scheduled on the inning for the Mavericks. Clausen, Bay in the on-deck circle. Chase with his first pitch to Clausen, and he'll be upstairs for ball 1. Clausen, the catcher, has come on pretty well, as this one's punched high over second. Shortstop comes up, wraps his glove around it, and that will be one away.
Now up, number 1, Dayton Bay.
So the bottom of the order, Dayton Bay at the plate for the Mavericks with 1 out, nobody on. And Nick Chase will get right into it as he's got the stretch and set. And Chase finding the plate on the first pitch for strike 1. And we'll get an even count at 1. Wasn't able to get the umpire's name, so I apologize, folks. Pitch on the way. And Bay will find the end of the bat. Second baseman will come up, puts it in the glove, and that's 2 away.
Now up, number 3, Brendan Hill.
Swings us to the top of the order for the Mavericks with Brendan Hill. Here's the pitch. And it's outside for ball 1 to Hill. Hill with a ground out to start the game. We've got the Hanford Flames coming in as they'll have the game against Lewis and Clark after this one. Hill with a cut on it to make it even at 1 on the count. Cardinals with just 10 players for the tournament as Hill will have a line drive, and the second baseman not able to hold on to it. He'll recover, and that will have the side. So the Mavericks go 1-2-3. We'll be back with the bottom of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City.
What?
New York City!
Mm-hmm. The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Harrison Field as we've got the bottom of the second inning. Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And leading off the inning will be Harrison Reed for the Cardinals of Prairie. The first pitch by Hangus will be a ball. The next pitch is swung on to even us out at 1 apiece. Foul tip into the backstop takes us to strike 2, so 1-2 on the count. Hangus, as we said, was a 6'3", 215-pound sophomore from Sentinel. Pitcher in first base as time is called. Hangus will step off. Pitch on the way. Outside, and we're even at 2 on the count. For Hangus, this is his first year with the Double-A. He would go with the A level last year and the previous year with B, as this one gets another foul shot into the backstop. And we stay at 2-2. Other sports that Hango plays, that would be hockey. Pitch on the way. This one is a line drive into left field. Johnson will have it in the glove, and the Cardinals will have a runner at first to start the inning.
Number 14, Nick Chase.
Brings up Nick Chase now, the pitcher for the Cardinals. With the runner at first. And a foul ball will bring up strike 1. Hango is a Dodgers fan. Hobbies, lake time. Here's the pitch. And it's upstairs for ball 1 to even the count out at 1. The stretch and set. Showing bunt. Pulling back is Chase as we get ball 2 to go 2-1. Favorite thing that Mom makes for Hangus is the fish tacos. And memory with Dad playing catch in the backyard. Throw to first. 2-1 on the count. Nobody out and a runner at first. Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Clausen will keep this pitch in front of him as we get ball 3. The stretch. And it's over the plate to make it a full count at 3-2. Nick Chase, the pitcher, at the plate for the Cardinals, with Zach Clark in the on-deck circle. Runner's going to go as this one's banged foul, and we'll stay at a full count. And I think the runner at first missed the call as the third base coach, and Chase will be walked
Now up, number 16.
to put runners at first and second with no outs. Takes us to Zach Clark as Clausen will step in front of the plate to signal the field. Number 7 spot batter, Zach Clark, the catcher. And it looks like Stensrud is expecting bunt as he's stepping up, and a bunt is showing as we get ball 1 tossed in by Hangus. As Clark settles back in. Ethan Miller in the on-deck circle. Here's the stretch and set. And the bunt laid down. This one's going to hop fair. And Richardson not able to play it, and that will put the runner at first off the bunt. We'll see how it is scored as Richardson was not able to make the play. And they are going to mark that as an error towards the Mavericks. Loaded bases with no outs. Here's the stretch and set by Hangus. And the first pitch to Miller will be a strike. Ethan Miller, the right fielder, with Andrew Davison in the on-deck circle. And the pitch gets away from Clausen. Runner will advance down the third base line, and the Cardinals are on the board to tie it at 1 off of the wild pitch. So 1-1 on the count. Runners at second and third and no outs. And Hangus will drop in ball 2. Here's the stretch and set by Hango. And the throw to third. The runner at third is going to be stuck. Clausen drops the ball. Back down the line. And Richardson will get the tag for the out. The throw to second, and he'll be safe at second as Hill has the tag. And that's the first out of the inning. And we'll have 2 and 1 on the way to Miller. Runner at second in Clark, as Hangus will slide one over the plate for strike 2. 2 and 2. Ball 3 to make it a full count. Here's the pitch by Hangus. And a foul ball is going to come back at us and land a couple rows down below us. The foul ball will keep us at 3 and 2. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball into the backstop. Allows Miller to continue to fight. Zach Hangus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch by Hangus. And that's a walk. To bring up the bottom of the order for the Cardinals in Andrew Davison. Cardinals with 1 run here in the bottom of the second to tie it at 1. Hangus with the pitch and a swing for strike 1. Hangus's favorite movie? Well, that would be Miracle on Ice. Should be able to expect that with his second sport of hockey. Bunt laid down. Hangus will pick it up. The toss to first, and that's 2 away on the sac bunt, moving runners to second and third.
Now up, number 7, Brock Zeller.
So we swing to the top of the order to Brock Zeller with 2 outs and runners at second and third. And the first pitch by Hangus will be a ball. Hangus's favorite superhero would be Superman, as this one's pumped over Long's head. Coming in is Johnson, puts it in the glove, and that retires the side. So 1 earned, 2 left behind, and it's tied at 1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Harris Field in beautiful Lewiston, Idaho. Mavericks and Cardinals tied at 1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, with Nick Chase in for his 3rd inning of duty for the Cardinals. For the Mavericks, it'll be the 2-3-4 batters. Dane Frazier to lead off, Stuart Long on deck, and Trad Richardson in the hole. So Richardson will come to the plate. Mavericks coming off a win over Seattle. So they're looking to build that momentum into this game, or ride that momentum into this game. Here's the first pitch of the inning. It's going to come over the plate for strike one. Upstairs for ball one on the second pitch. So 1-1. Frazier with a rip into right field. It's got some leg on it. It'll come down at the wall. Frazier grabs the gear as he'll come around second. Hathaway says, go ahead and come to third as the throw is made. And Frazier stands at third to start the inning off. What a rip. Here's the pitch. And Stuart Long will have a little dribbler. Chase will pick it up, and the throw is high, but the bag is stuck. And that, they're going to say, is a foul ball. Everybody will go back to their positions. Strike one to Long. Our umpire saying that it landed foul before it rolled into play. So, Long will have 0-1 as Chase will deliver ball one. Stuart Long at the shortstop. Defense on the infield. Here's Long. Rolls it out. Picked up by the shortstop. The throw to first is on target. And that will be one away as Frazier steps on home plate.
Now up, number 13, Trad Richardson.
Takes us to Trad Richardson. And Richardson with a hopper into center field as it'll bounce deep. And the Mavericks will have a hit. Takes us to the first baseman, Drew Stensrud. And Stensrud holding down first. He's been a force at first and third. Taking over for Frazier, allowing Frazier to spend some time in the outfield as we get the throw to first for Richardson. And then he'll hop over there like in the last game. Richardson was the catcher, so Stensrud stood at third. Runner's going to go. Here's the pitch. It's a high throw, and Richardson will stand up at second on the stolen base as we get ball one to Stensrud. And the Mavericks have been aggressive today in the game against Seattle as the pitch will come inside on Stensrud for ball two. Hathaway would send the boys in motion more than I've seen most of this season, so confidence growing with the success of the Mavericks. Here's the pitch upstairs, and we get ball three now to Stensrud. Stensrud hit by a pitch, his first at bat. Here's the stretch and set for Chase. And it's over the plate to get strike one and put Chase in the count. Mavericks lead 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the third, one out. Richardson standing at second after the stolen base. And Chase will step off the rubber to get Richardson to come back to second. And an inside pitch will walk Stensrud. And the Mavericks will have runners at first and second as the designated hitter Thomas Martin comes to the plate. So Martin to settle in. He's a designated hitter. Played well in the first game. He had a single, a double. Off the top of my head, 4 stolen bases. I might have it as 5 as this one's hit to the third baseman. The step at third, and there's the double play turn. So the Mavericks earn 1. They leave 1, and it's 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at world views. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the third between the Missoula Mavericks and the Prairie Cardinals. Mavericks lead 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Leading off the inning for the Cardinals is Spencer Zeller, the left fielder. And the first pitch by Zach Hangus from the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound will be ball 1. So Zeller, a ground out to start his at bats as this one's pumped over the head of Bay. It's going to come down shallow in right field, and that will load a runner on for the Cardinals.
Now up, number 15, Tanner Call.
Brings up Tanner Element Call for the Cardinals with 1 on and no outs, and Hangus takes a moment as our infield umpire will clean off the rubber. Pitch on the way, and it's in the dirt. Good job by Clausen to hold on to that one as we get ball 1. For Element Call, it was a double to start things off for him. Here's the 1-0 by Hangus. And Hangus slides over the plate to even the count out at 1. Hangus's future goals, well, he wants to play college baseball. Throw to first. What baseball has taught him, when you work hard, it will relate to how you perform, and that's extremely true in everything you do. As Hangus will come inside for ball 2 on call. And the best place for Hangus to hang out in Missoula, well, that would be at the golf course. Nowhere specified. As we get the pitch, and a check swing will bring up strike 2 as the ball will have contact on the bat and go foul. And I might be wrong, but I think Hangus is part of the Sentinel Spartan golf program. Can't remember if he was there last year or not. This one's ripped past Richardson into left field on the roll. Johnson will go to a knee to pick it up, and that will put a runner on board to put runners at first and second for the Cardinals with no outs here in the bottom of the third.
Now up, number 22,
Matt Fleming, number 22, the third baseman at the plate. Fleming, the number 4 spot batter for the Cardinals in the game. Here's the pitch by Hangus. as this one's going to hop foul over the netting for strike one. And he says the golf course, there's not one specified in Missoula. And it's kind of hard to choose. We've got some good ones in Missoula. Country Club, if you can get in there, is always a beautiful spot. And then you've got the Ranch. Ball pitch. We'll bring up 1-1. Can't forget Canyon River. That's a beautiful course. Here's the pitch. And we go in the dirt for ball 2. Of course, Canyon River, when they first opened that one up, they had a family of foxes out there. And the foxes like to steal the ball off the range. As this one goes foul to get us even at 2 on the count. For Fleming, he's 0 for 1, a fly out. His first at bat as he faces 2-2 against Hangus. And they'll hold time while the young man from the Cardinals runs down the third baseline to retrieve the ball. A swing, and that will be out number 1 on the strikeout for Hangus.
Now up, number 12, Harrison Reed.
Takes us to Harrison Reed for the Cardinals. With 1 out and runners at first and second. Mavericks lead 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's Hangus with the pitch. And a swing will bring up strike 1. For Reed, it would be a single, his first at bat. Here's the 0-1. And a high shot into the gap, chased down by Hill. He'll put it in the glove. Runners will hold at first and second. And 2 away now.
Now up, number 14, Nick Chase.
We'll bring up Nick Chase, the pitcher for the Cardinals. Mavericks still holding on to a 2-1 lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Zach Hangus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Here's the stretch and set. And it's going to be low in the zone for ball 1. Mavericks with 2 runs off of 4 hits, 1 error, and 4 left behind. For the Cardinals, it'd be 1 run off of 4 hits. They got an error. They have an error and have left 3 behind as Hangus goes upstairs for ball 2. For Chase, he was walked his first at bat. And Hangus now in the count with the strike pitch to make it 2-1 on the count. Mavericks back in action on Saturday for 1 game. It'll be 2:30 Pacific time. As this one bounces foul down the first base line. And we'll be at 2-2 on the count. Mavericks will take on the Hanford Flames tomorrow afternoon. The Flames, they've got next game against Lewis and Clark. As we get a swing to strike out the batter and end the side. So 2 left behind, no runs earned, and the Mavericks hold on 2-1. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hey, are you going to try that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
No way. They don't care what we eat. They serve pizza and bagels, and the owners are in New York City.
What? New York City? That really tans my hide.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN as we hop to the top of the fourth inning. Mavericks leading 2-1 over the Prairie Cardinals. It's Nick Chase on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound for his fourth inning of duty against the Mavericks. For the Mavericks, it's the bottom of the order. Bridger Johnson to lead off, Andrew Clausen in the on deck, and Dayton Bay in the hole. Mavericks 2 runs off of 4 hits, 1 error. Cardinals 1 run off of 4 hits and an error. Here's the pitch. And Johnson takes this one for a ride into left field. Left fielder hops, but he can't get to it. It'll go out of the wall. Johnson grabs a gear as he comes around first, and he'll stand up at second. And the Mavericks will start the inning off with a hit.
Number 14, Andrew Clausen.
That will bring up the catcher, Andrew Clausen, as he looks down the third baseline to the manager of the Mavericks, Brent Hathaway, for the signal. No outs, and Bridger Johnson at second. Here's Chase with the pitch. And Clausen takes this one down the third baseline. The left fielder is trying to get there. It's going to land just fair. Johnson's waved around as Clausen, he misses the signal from Hathaway, and he'll have to run back to second. Woo, that was close. As Johnson will score on the rip into left field. Taking us to Dayton Bay with no outs and a runner at second for the Mavericks, as they lead 3-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch, and Bay with a high bunt will go foul on the third base line for strike 1. And those of you that were watching in the first game, you probably got tired of me saying it, but Bay, his first at-bat against Seattle, had the most beautiful bunt as it came off the bat, landed on the fringe, just barely on the fringe, and died. Beautiful bunt. So here's the first pitch of the inning to Bay. And he's going to crank this one over the shortstop's head. He's not going to be able to get to it. It'll hop. They're going to wave around Clausen. He'll grab a gear as he comes home. And the Mavericks will earn a run to make it 4-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
Now number 3, Brendan Hill.
So the top of the order comes up for the Mavericks with no outs, as Brendan Hill steps into the box for the third time this afternoon, for this game, I should say. Nick Chase with the stretch and set. Runner's going to go, and Hill will foul it off down the third base line. Brings up strike 1. So for Brendan Hill, he's 0 for 2, a ground out and a line drive. His 2 at-bats today. Hathaway sends the signal in as Bay steps from first. Here's the 0-1 by Chase. And we'll bring up a ball 1. 1-1 on the count. We want to say hello to the Cardinals fans that have tuned in to watch the game, as well as our Maverick faithful. Throw to first as Bay dives in. And Zeller's got to kind of walk it off as he was right there. Got a good group of Mavies here for today's game, as the Maverick fans have filled in very well on a Friday afternoon. Here's the pitch. And Hill finds the hole as this ball has eyes and rolls into left field. That'll put runners at first and second for the Mavericks now.
Now up, number 7, Dane Frazier.
Takes us to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks with no outs and runners at first and second, and that's going to go ahead and bring out the manager, Coach Call, for the Cardinals for a visit. Well, the Mavericks will be heading to Helena on Tuesday night, and if you're going to be following the Mavericks to Helena, well, you should stop and see our friends at Fast Trip Conoco before you head out of town. Whether you're going to be gassing up the car, grabbing some drinks, or need some ice for the cooler, Fast Trip Conoco is your one-stop shop convenience store. You want to make your car look good on a beautiful afternoon? Well, roll through Magic Touch Car Wash, conveniently located in the Fast Trip Conoco parking lot. Fast Trip Conoco, located across from Larchmont Golf Course on South Reserve, is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So, with the conference done on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, we bring up Dane Frazier with runners at first and second and no outs. Now, Frazier, in the game against Seattle, would rock one over the fence for a 3-run homer, as the first pitch to him will be over the plate for strike 1. That'll be home run number 2 for Dane on the season. Frazier with 2, Richardson with 1, and the little speedy devil, Brendan Hill, with an in-the-park home run. As runners will go, here's the throw down the line to third, and they're going to say safe on the stolen base. Pitch thrown was a ball. And runners at second and third now for the Mavericks. 1-1 on the count to Frazier. Here's the pitch. And inside for ball 2. Bay at first, Bay at third, Hill at second. Here's the pitch. And Frazier will take a slice for strike 2. And back to Hill. He had that in-the-park home run at Lindbergh Craig Field. And I heard a comment in the press box the other night that Hill might be faster than Jovetic was, as this one's going to bounce past the pitcher. They're going to go ahead and wave Hill around as Bay scores. Hill will score, and the Mavericks will jump up 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard here in the top of the 4th.
Now up, number 2,
with Frazier at first.
Long.
Takes us to Stuart Long now. No outs on the board for the Mavericks here in the 4th. They've earned 4 runs. Here's the pitch, and Long bounces this one out to the shortstop. He can't put a glove on it, and that will allow Long to reach off the air.
Now up, number 13, Trad Richardson.
Brings up the third baseman, Trad Richardson, now, with runners at first and second and no outs. Chase with a pitch inside for a ball. 6-1 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Frazier stands at second with Long at first. Here's the pitch. And Frazier has contact. It'll bounce off the helmet of Clark. Regardless, it'll be strike 1. The Cardinals playing with 10 players, so I imagine they will let Chase ride as long as possible. We might, if they are thinking about a change, see somebody warm up in the bullpen while the Cardinals are at bat. But that's speculation, folks, not religion. Here's the 1-1. And Frazier, contact once again for strike 2. One and 2 on the count to Richardson. And as I mentioned, Richardson, one of the 3 players for the Mavericks with a home run this season. As this one's going to be fouled up over the netting. Holds us at 1 and 2. Richardson and Frazier would homer on the same night against the Red Sox, I believe 2 Fridays ago. Can't be that too far away. In Hamilton. And then Frazier knocked one over the fence against Seattle earlier. As this one's fouled down the third base line. And then Hill, as I mentioned a few moments ago, with the in the park home run. And Hill, when you see him on the bases, when he's getting ready to take a second base, you can see him drop a gear and increase his speed. I'd really like to see what his first to third time is. As Richardson hits this one right at the pitcher. They're waving around Frazier. He's on the run. Frazier around the corner on his way home. And the Mavericks will earn a run to make it 7-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. As the first baseman, Drew Stensrud, comes to the plate for the Mavericks. Chase leans in to get the pitch from Clark, and now the stretch and set. And over the plate for strike 1 to Stensrud. Stensrud hit by a pitch his first at-bat, and a walk his last at-bat. Here's the stretch and set. And a foul ball into the third base dugout will bring up strike 2. So you've got Richardson at first and Long at second, with Thomas Martin in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. No outs yet in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. And a swing will strike out Stensrud for the first out of the inning.
Now up, number 8, Thomas Martin.
Brings us to the designated hitter for the Mavericks, Thomas Martin, with 1 out, 2 on. Martin to settle in. Here's the stretch and set. Chase with the pitch. And it's inside on Martin for ball 1. Martin reached off an error his first at-bat and then a ground out on his last. Here's the pitch by Chase. And Chase will find the plate for strike 1 to even out the count. 56 minutes into the game here in the top of the 4th. Final game of the day will be played between Hanford and Lewis and Clark, the host team. Here's the pitch. And it's upstairs for ball 2. Martin settling back in. He's had some time in the outfield. He worked really hard to wrangle in that second base spot. And then with some changes with personnel, as Martin will slice for strike 2. Has put Martin in the outfield, and he's played well there the last couple of games. Kind of on the spot on Tuesday night when Bo King went down against Bozeman. Strained hamstring as Martin fouls it into the netting. So Thomas Martin was thrown into left field, and he's performed well there. Played in right field against Seattle in the game before this one. That's a great thing about Legion baseball is the majority of these players that are on the field, regardless of what side they're on, as Martin's going to rip this one down the first base line fair. And they'll bring around the runner as Long will score. That will hold up Richardson at third, and it's a double for Martin. And the Mavericks make it 8-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as Bridger Johnson comes to the plate. Johnson will settle in. Runners at second and third and one out. Mavericks with 6 runs here in the top of the fourth. Here's a rip into right field, and the right fielder won't have to move much for that one. A tag by Richardson at third, and the Mavericks will add a run to make it 9-1. The sac fly brings up out number 2. Andrew Clausen at the plate. With 2 outs. Thomas Martin at second. Here's the pitch by Chase. And Clausen will have a foul ball for strike 1. And we have batted around on the Maverick lineup, if you will. Here's the pitch by Chase. And a foul ball just hops over the netting to bring up strike 2. For Clausen, it was a double his last at-bat, and then he'd have a fly out his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. And a reach on the swing sends it foul down the first base line, and we stay at 0-2. 2 outs. Mavericks lead 9-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. The Flames would fall to Lewis and Clark in 5 innings to open the tournament yesterday. As Clausen punches this one into center field. Center fielder calls for it, puts it in the glove, and the side is retired. 7 runs earned, 1 left behind, and the Mavericks lead 9-1. We'll have the Cardinals chance to bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball tournaments.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th inning, Mavericks lead the Cardinals 9-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Cardinals, it'll be the bottom of their order as Zach Clark comes to the plate, the catcher. 7, 8, 9, so Clark, Miller, and Davidson. It's Zach Hangus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks for his 4th inning of duty. And Hangus will put it over the plate for strike 1. For Hangus as a pitcher, this one's going to be batted down the third base line, and a runner will load up for the Cardinals.
Now at the bat, number 11, Ethan Miller.
As Ethan Miller comes to the plate. With 1 on and no outs. Hangus will check the runner at first and now toss the pitch as this one's going to be batted out. Picked up by the shortstop. Tossed to second. Down the line to first. And Stensrud's got to step off the bag. The fielder's choice. We'll have 1 away.
Now at the bat, number 19, Andrew Davidson.
As the bottom of the order, Andrew Davison comes to the plate, and the first pitch by Hangus is over the plate for a strike. Davison, the 9-spot batter for the Cardinals, as he watches the pitch go by for strike 2. 1 out, 1 on. Hangus now with the 0-2. And a swing strikes out the batter. Hangus will have a K for the second out of the inning. Swings us to the top of the order to Brock Zeller for the Cardinals. We take a look at Hangus here. 2-3 on his record, as this one's going to be beat past Richardson. It rolls into left field, and that will be runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Now up, number 2, Spencer Zeller.
And it'll be Spencer Zeller now at the plate. We take a look at Hangus, 2-3 with his record. He's got 10 games, 4 that he started, 4.67 on his ERA. Total of 27 innings pitched, as this one's going to roll into right field. They'll hold the runner up, and that loads the bases with 2 outs for the Cardinals.
Now up, number 15, Tanner Call.
And that takes us to Tanner Element Call for the Cardinals with 2 outs and loaded bases. Back to Hangus, though. 27 total pitches. 24 runs, 18 of them earned off of 30 hits. Struck out 16 and walked 15, as the first pitch will be cut on for strike 1. For Call. Upstairs, we'll bring up ball 1. So Hangus in his first jam of the game with loaded bases and 2 outs. 1-1 on the count to Call. Call with a double and a single. Here's the pitch. And a swing will bring up strike 2. Be good for Hangus to pitch out a strikeout with loaded bases and get out of the inning. Mavericks lead 9-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And a ball pitch will even us up at 2. It's Matt Fleming in the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. Zeller, well, let's be specific. Spencer Zeller at first, Brock Zeller at second, and Ethan Miller at third. Here's the pitch and a swing, and that will be the 3rd out of the game. So Hangus with some strikeouts here in the 4th to get out, and we go to the top of the 5th, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Harris Field in Lewiston, Idaho for the 2019 Dwight Church Tournament. Missoula Mavericks lead the Prairie Cardinals 9-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is Nick Chase on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, warming up for the top of the 5th inning. And for the Mavericks, it's the bottom of the order. Number 1, Dayton Bay, the second baseman. So 9-1-2 scheduled on the inning for the Mavericks. In between innings, I peeked a view of Drew Stensrud heading to the bullpen to warm up. So the Mavericks possibly looking to close down the Cardinals depending on how things go. So Bay stands in. Here's the pitch by Chase, and it's fouled into the netting for strike 1. So Dayton Bay, Brendan Hill in the on-deck circle, and Dane Frazier in the hole on the order for the Mavericks. We've got the Hanford Flames done with batting practice, getting ready for the game against the Twins right after this one, as Bay will take a slice for strike 2. And now Bay pulls it down the third base line. Foul to keep it at 0-2. Bay with an infield fly and a single, 1 for 2 on the day, or on the game. Mavericks played one game already today, as this one's golfed high and shallow into center field. Center fielder calls off the left fielder, and it's in the glove for the first out of the inning.
Number 3, Brendan Hill.
Swings us to the top of the order for the Mavericks in Brendan Hill. Hill to settle in, 1 for 3. Singled his last at bat. Here is the first pitch of the inning to Hill. And Hill will roll it out. Shortstop secures it in the glove. The throw to first is on target. A good stretch. And are they going to call him out as the first baseman? Yes, they will. The first baseman dropped the ball after the play, they say. And that will be 2 away for the Mavericks. Brings us to Dane Frazier. And the first pitch to Frazier is over the plate for strike 1. Dane 2 for 3. A ground out, a triple, and a single. Upstairs for ball 1. Dane Frazier and Trad Richardson have been fighting for that number 1 spot as a batter, as this one's going to be cranked into the gap in right field. It's going to roll deep. Frazier grabs a gear as he comes around first. The throw is made to second, and Frazier will stand up on his double. And that'll be a single, a triple, and a double for Frazier in this game, as Stuart Long comes to the plate with 2 outs. Mavericks lead 9-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Chase now with the stretch and set. And he'll come inside on Long for ball 1. Long 1 for 3. Singled his first at bat, a ground out, and then reached off an error his last at bat. Here's the pitch. And Long ducking out of the way for ball 2. 2-0. Nick Chase, 75 pitches in, 54 over the plate. Here's the stretch and set. Upstairs for ball 3. We have seen a visit from the Cardinals manager, Coach Call. But with the Cardinals playing with 10, they might be limited on what they're going to do. Here's the pitch. And a strike, as Long thought he was going to get the base to make it 3-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And that will be the walk. Runners at first and second for the Mavericks now.
Now up, number 13.
Long at first,
Richardson.
Frazier at second, as the third baseman, Trad Richardson, comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. So the way the tournament works, folks, is we've got all games, 7 innings, no time limit, 30 minutes between games, and then here's the kicker, 8-run rule after 5, as we'll have ball 2 now to Richardson. So the way it sits right now, the Mavericks holding on to a 9-1 lead over the Cardinals, as Richardson's going to punch this one straight up in the air. First baseman calls everybody off, secures it in the glove, and that's the side. So the Cardinals looking to earn at least 1 run to stave off the 8-run rule against the Mavericks. Bottom of the 5th, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck, because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community. Welcome back to MPSN as we drop to the bottom of the 5th inning. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Harris Field in Lewiston, Idaho for the 2019 Dwight Church Tournament. And for the Cardinals of Prairie, it's Matt Fleming to lead off, the third baseman. So the 4-5-6 batter scheduled on the inning. Zach Hangus with his first pitch from the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound on the inning will toss it over the plate for strike 1. So the Cardinals facing the 8-run rule, as this one's fouled back into the netting for strike 2. They are looking to earn at least 1 run to extend this and see if they can start working their way back into the game. As far as the rules go, as I mentioned in the last half inning, as Hangus will put this one outside for ball 1. All games are 7 innings, no time limit, 30 minutes between games, 8-run rule after 5. Home team determined by a coin toss as we go 2-2 on the count. And then the team with the best overall record automatically qualifies for the championship game, as this one's going to have a high foul ball down the first baseline to stay at 2-2. Here's the pitch. And Hangus will take us to a full count at 3-2 as Clausen keeps it in front of him. Leadoff batter on the inning. Fleming. Matt Fleming, number 22, the third baseman. It's Harrison Reed in the on-deck circle as this one's ripped into
the gap, and it'll bounce all the way to the wall, grabbing a gear at second and slamming on the brakes now is Fleming, and the Cardinals will be in business with a runner at second.
Number 12, Harrison Reed.
Takes us to Harrison Reed, the center fielder. 1 on, no outs, and here comes Hathaway to stroll out and visit with Hangus, and it's going to be a change as Stensrud is going to make his way to the dugout to switch out gloves. So I saw Stensrud go to the bullpen while the Mavericks were batting in the top of the 5th, and Hathaway, wanting to hold on to the 8 runs, will bring in Stensrud. Pitching change on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have Stensrud on the pitch. You're watching Mavericks baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN as the Mavericks have made a change on the mound. Drew Stensrud now stands on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound with Zach Hangus at first. For Hango, it'd be 4 innings pitched, 1 run that was earned, 77 pitches, 51 of them over the plate. Struck out 4, walked 2, did not hit a batter, and had 1 wild pitch to finish with a 1.75 ERA. So that takes us to Harrison Reed for the first batter for Stensrud to face, and Reed's going to rip this one into left field. They'll hold the runner at third. And that's runners on the corners with no outs.
Now up, number 14, Nick Chase.
Takes us to the pitcher, Nick Chase, as Clausen will signal the field. Chase walked his first at-bat, struck out his second. Stensrud, as the bunt is laid down the third baseline for strike 1 on the foul. So the Cardinals looking to put some action in and pick up that 1 run they need at the very least to hold on and take the game deeper. Here's the pitch by Stensrud. This bunt will be laid foul once again, and we go 0-2 on the count. So for the Cardinals, it's the 5, 6, 7 batters as Reed stands at first. Or Fleming is at third. Reed is at first, and Stensrud will drop in a ball to make it 1-2. The on-deck circle has the catcher, Zach Clark, for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch, and a swing foul tip will keep the batter alive at 1-2. So the Mavericks back in action on Saturday as Stensrud places it outside for ball 2. It'll be the second game of the day on Saturday, 2:30 first pitch against the Hanford Flames, who are taking on the Lewis and Clark Twins right after this game. This one's ripped into center field, and Hill's actually got a backpedal. This is going to roll all the way to the wall. Runner from third is home. They're going to crank around the runner from first. He'll grab a gear as he comes around the corner in the throw, and that's a triple by Chase to earn 2 runs for the Cardinals.
Now up, number 16, Zach Clark.
Brings up Zach Clark for the Cardinals with no outs, and they've now made it 9-3 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Clark will have ball 1 tossed in. And a pitch over the plate evens us out at 1 apiece. Here at Harris Field, we've got 315 down the third baseline, 365 to the gap in left field, 385 to the wall in center. As we get ball 2 now to Clark. 360 to the right field gap, 335 down the third base line. 2-1 on the count as Stensrud tosses in the pitch for ball 3. And the Cardinals looking to swing into the game here late. But we get a full count on the slice for strike 2. 3-2. Stensrud with the pitch. And a ride into left field. Johnson puts it in the glove. The tag at third, and Chase will earn the run off the sac fly to make it 9-4 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bases cleared with 1 out as Ethan Miller, the right fielder, comes to the plate. Stensrud slides one over the plate for strike 1. Cardinals earning 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to keep from having the 8-run rule stacked up on them, as this one will be bounced into center field and Hill goes to a knee to gather it up. And time is called as a new batter comes to the plate for the Cardinals.
Number 3, Cody Chamberlain.
So number 3, Cody Chamberlain, will now bat in the 9 spot in the place. So Chamberlain settles in, and Stensrud will toss a ball over the plate for strike 1. Bottom of 5. Cardinals 4, Mavericks 9 as we get ball 1 now. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 2. So Chamberlain, his first plate appearance of the game. Cardinals looking to change things up to see if they can break open, and this will be ball 3 now by Stensrud. We had Zach Hangus pitch through the first 4, and then Hathaway going to the change to Stensrud. As we get a full count at 3-2 on the sneaky pitch by Stensrud. Here's the pitch. And a swing, and Stensrud strikes out the batter for the second out. Keeps Miller at first. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th as the top of the order Brock Zeller comes to the plate. And Stensrud will follow up with a strike pitch to start against Zeller. Runner at first, 2 outs. Here's Stensrud with the pitch. And that one's going to hit the ankle of Zeller, and we'll have runners at first and second after the hit by pitch.
Now up, number 2, Spencer Zeller.
That'll take us to Spencer Zeller. Our umpire cleans off the plate as Spencer Zeller steps in. Spencer Zeller, 2 for 3, ground out his first at-bat and then followed it up with back-to-back singles. And the first pitch to the lefty will be a ball. Here's the pitch. And we'll have ball 2. Stensrud finds the plate on that pitch for strike 1 to make it 2-1 on the count. Trad Richardson stands at third. Stuart Long is the shortstop. Dayton Bay at second, and Zach Hangus holding down first. Andrew Clausen behind the plate. That's your infield set with Stensrud on the mound as this one's ripped foul to have an even count at 2. Hanford Flames getting ready. They're all suited and booted, sitting down below me here. Here's the 2-2 by Stensrud. And we'll move to a full count on the ball pitch. Brock Zeller at first, Ethan Miller at second. Here's the payoff pitch. Runners are going to go, and that's a walk to load the bases with 2 outs.
Now up, number 15, Tanner Call.
Takes us to number 15, Tanner Element Call, as Hathaway is going to make his way out to check in with Stensrud. Stuart Long's going to come in, and Stensrud is going to be taken off the mound, and it'll be Stuart Long. And we'll have some defensive rotations here when we come back. Mavericks lead 9-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Changes on the field. Stuart Long now on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Drew Stensrud at third. Brendan Hill at short as Long will drop in ball 1. Loaded bases for the Cardinals. Let's start with that with 2 outs with Tanner Element Call at the plate. So Long on the mound, Stensrud at third, Hill at short as this one comes upstairs for ball 2. Richardson is now in left field and Johnson in center. So some changes. Cardinals with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to make it 9-4 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as Long will deliver outside for ball 3. So 3-0. Loaded bases, nowhere to stick Element Call. So Long will have to pitch his way out of this. Here's the 3-0. And our umpire will say strike 1. Here's the pitch. And a swing will bring up strike 2 for a full count at 3-2 for Element Call. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go, and it's a walk to earn a run to make it 9-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
Now up, number 22, Matt Fleming.
Taking us to Matt Fleming, number 22, the third baseman. Loaded bases and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Long slides it over the plate for strike 1. For Fleming, he's 1 for 3. Doubled his last at bat, a fly out and a strikeout, swinging the other 2. Here's Long with the stretch and set. And he'll go outside for the ball pitch. 1-1. Long now with the stretch and set. And a hopper into the glove of Frazier will end the side. 4 earned, 3 left behind, and the Cardinals are now down 9-5 to the Mavericks. We'll be back with the top of the 6th inning right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to the top of the 6th inning. Mavericks lead the Cardinals 9-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Drew Stensrud for the Mavericks to lead off. So the middle of the order, 5, 6, 7 batters. Stensrud, Martin, and Johnson. As Nick Chase stands on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Cardinals. Stensrud hit by a pitch, walk, and then struck out his last at bat. And Chase will be high in the zone for ball 1. Mavericks with 12 runs off of 9 hits, 1 error. As Stensrud will have this one tight down the first base line, and it will be in play. It's going to hop into the corner as Stensrud runs around to second, and it's a stand-up double for the Mavericks to start the inning.
Now up, number 11.
We'll go to Zach Hangus now in the place of Thomas Martin. So the DH is gone. As Hangus will slice for strike one. Here's the stretch and set. And it's inside for ball one. 1-1 on the count. Hangus's first at bat of the game, as he'll have this one short into left field. Left fielder will come up and grab it, and that's one away.
Now up, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Brings us to Bridger Johnson with one out and one on. Johnson waits for the pitch, and he'll crank off the hand grip. This is into left field. Left fielder's back, searches for it, puts it in the glove, and that's two away now in the top of the sixth.
Now up, number 14, Andrew Clausen.
The catcher, Andrew Clausen, now for the Mavericks with two away, and Stensrud at second. Here's the pitch. And Chase will put it over the plate for strike one to Clausen. Clausen 1 for 3. Doubled his second at bat, otherwise a fly out in his first and third. Here's the pitch by Chase. And Clausen will foul this one into the third base dugout. Brings up strike two. 0-2 on the count. So Clausen, in his 5 2/3 innings, he's got 90 total pitches, 62 of which have been over the plate. Here's the 0-2. And the wild pitch will allow Stensrud to reach third, and we're 1-2 on the count. Chase now with the stretch and set. And Clausen dropped third ball down the first base line, and that's the side. Stensrud left behind. Bottom of the sixth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball Tournaments.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the sixth. The Mavericks lead the Cardinals 9-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Stuart Long will come in and pitch for the Mavericks. He would finish out the bottom of the fifth, where the Cardinals earned 4 runs to get into it here. They were facing the 8-run rule, and they would swing into it. For the Cardinals, it'll be Harrison Reed to lead off. 5, 6, 7 batters on the schedule. Reed, Chase, and Clark. And there is a young man warming up in the bullpen for the Cardinals, as Long's first pitch will be over the plate for a strike. And that will be number 15 in the bullpen for the Cardinals, as a swing will bring up strike 2. So that is Tanner Element Call warming up, as this one will be rolled down the line. They're going to say foul, and we'll stay at 0-2. Reed will have to jog back after a sprint down the first base line. Good competition this weekend for this tournament. Here's the pitch by Long. This one's going to be another foul ball to stay at 0-2. For Reed, it was a single. His first at-bat, he'd fly out, and then a single, his third, to go 2-3 on the game. Here's Long with the pitch. And a reach, drop third, strike, and this will be out at first on the throw, and that's
number 14, Nick.
One away. Taking us to Nick Chase. Chase with a monster triple in his last at-bat, as the first pitch by Long will be over the plate for a strike. Long will deliver ball 2 to go 1-1 on the count. Stuart Long, a 5'8", 175 sophomore, as this one's ripped up the middle. Johnson goes to an E, and that will be a hit for the Cardinals with 1 out.
Now up, number 16, Zach Clark.
Brings up Zach Clark with 1 out and 1 on. And the Lewis and Clark twins their fans making it way into the stadium, as Long will deliver strike 1 to Clark. The Twins playing Hanford right after this game. And a foul ball. They're going to say that's in play. Here's the throw to first, and 2 away. Hesitation by the batters. He thought it was going to be a foul ball, and it took a moment for the umpire to say that was in play.
Now up, number 11, Ethan Miller.
And that will put 2 away for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 6th. Long with the stretch and set. And it's upstairs for ball 1. For Miller, Ethan Miller, the right fielder, it would be a walk. Fielder's choice and a single, his 3 at-bats to make him 1-2. As we get ball 1. Pitch over the plate. Evens the count out at 1. 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And a bouncer. Hill will have it in the dirt. The throw to first will end the side. And the Mavericks will move to the top of the 7th, leading 9-5. Back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Warning! Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the top of the 7th inning. Mavericks leading the Cardinals 9-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Nick Chase on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. It'll be the bottom of the order to lead off the inning. Dayton Bay, so 9-1-2. Bay at the plate. Hill in the on deck, and Frazier in the hole. We want to send a shout out to the voice of Missoula Mavericks baseball. That would be the one and only Paul Yarbrough, who is listening in our town is Superior. Hope he's out on the back deck enjoying the evening and watching the game. Bay's going to take a swing to foul it down the third base line for strike one. Dayton Bay 1 for 3. Singled his second at bat. Mavericks looking to possibly cushion their lead. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be over the plate for strike 2. 0-2 to Bay. And this one comes off the hand grip. Bay's going to make the run. The second baseman with the throw to first, and it's not held onto by the first baseman, and Dayton Bay will load up on the bases
Now up, number 3,
to start, and they're going to call that one a hit. So we'll come to the top of the order to Brendan Hill, and that's going to bring out Coach Call, the manager of the Cardinals. And I imagine we might see a change on the mound. We did see somebody. There's the ball handed over, and we're going to see a fresh face on the pitcher's mound. We'll step aside as the change is made and the pitcher warms up. Mavericks lead 9-5. Back right after this.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Change on the mound brings Tanner Element Call to the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And some changes defensively. I was not able to track all down as there were several infield changes with the new pitcher. It's Brendan Hill for the Mavericks at the plate with Dayton Bay at first and no outs. Top of 7, Mavericks lead 9-5. Here's the first pitch, and Hill's going to foul it down the third base line on the bunt. For Hill, 1 for 4. He singled his third at-bat. Otherwise, a ground out, a line drive, and a ground out. Here's the pitch by Element Call. And Hill, foul ball, will bring up strike 2. Bay steps away from first. No outs here in the top of the 7th. Hill facing an 0-2. And the pitch off the knee, and it's not caught by the catcher, so Bay's going to go ahead and make his way to third, and the third baseman drops the ball, and Bay gets the base as we get ball 1 to Hill. Hill now to settle back in. 1-2 on the count. And everybody comes in on the infield expecting Hill to bunt. Here's the pitch. And we move to ball 2. 2-2 on the count to Hill. It's Dane Frazier in the on-deck circle. No outs. Here's the 2-2. And Hill, if that one's right at Element Call, Bay will come home, and Hill will have an RBI.
Now up, number 7, Dane Frazier.
As we come to the big bat of Dane Frazier, no outs. Top of 7, Mavericks lead 10-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Looking to put away the Cardinals. Here's Element Call with the pitch, and Frazier's going to bounce this one up the middle. Step on the bag at second, the throw to first, and the double play is turned to clear the bases.
Now up, number 2, Stuart Long.
As we come to Stuart Long. And that will end the side. So, some work for the Cardinals to do as we go into the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks lead 10-5. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN as we drop to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mavericks leading the Cardinals 10-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Stuart Long on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound as we get set for what is potentially the final half inning of the game. The Hanford Flames and the Lewis and Clark Twins awaiting their chance to play after this game. For the Cardinals, it'll be Cody Chamberlain to lead things off for the Cardinals. Long now with the first pitch of the inning. And it'll come in as a ball. Here's the pitch. And we get ball 2. Stuart Long on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound coming in, and it would be to take over for Stensrud. Stensrud in for a third of an inning as Long finds the outside of the plate on the right-handed batter for strike 1, 2-1 on the count. And a swing. And they're going to say that is a base for the batter. As we come to the top of the order to Brock Zeller. No outs. And Hathaway is going to come out as we get ball and check in with Long. And it's a quick conference with Long and Hathaway on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. One and 0 to Zeller. As Long will go back outside for ball 2. For Brock Zeller, it's 1 for 3. Had a single his third at bat, hit by a pitch his last, as Long will place it over the plate for strike 1. Here's the stretch and set by Long. And we'll get ball 3 now. Runner at first with no outs. Mavericks with 10 runs off of 15 hits, 1 error. They've left 8 behind. For the Cardinals, it's 5 runs off of 12 hits, and it's a walk now to put runners at first and second for the Cardinals with no outs. So for Prairie, it's 5 runs off of 12 hits, 2 errors, and they have left 12 behind as Spencer Zeller comes to the plate. Cody Chamberlain at second, Brock Zeller at first. Here's the pitch by Long, and he'll come in on the plate for strike 1 to the lefty. Mavericks trying to hold off the Cardinals here as we get a swing for strike 2. Mavericks would run up the score 9-1, and then in the bottom of the 5th, the Cardinals jumped into it with 4 runs, facing the 8-run rule, as we've got a strikeout on the swing for the first out of the inning.
Now up, number 15, Tanner Call.
So we'll come to the current pitcher for the Cardinals, Tanner Element Call. Here's the pitch outside, and we get ball 1 by Long. Here's the pitch upstairs for ball 2. So It would be Hangus to start the game on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Stensrud would come in to spell him, and he'd last a third of an inning, and now Long up trying to close the game. Here's one punched high into center field. Johnson puts it in the glove, and that's 2 away now.
Now up, number 22, Matt Fleming.
Takes us to Matt Fleming for the Cardinals with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. It'd be Brock Zeller at first and Cody Chamberlain at second. Here's the pitch. And Long puts it over the plate for strike 1. For Fleming, 1 for 4, doubled his third at bat. Long finds the outside of the plate for strike 2 now. 0-2. 2 outs, bottom of 7. Mavericks looking to move on to 3-0 on the tournament. And it's ball 1. The Mavericks thought that was going to be the side, but our plate umpire saying ball. 1-2. Here's Long now with the stretch and set. And it's outside the plate to even us out at 2 apiece. Andrew Clausen, the catcher for the Mavericks. Here's the 2-2 by Long. And it'll be across the shoulders to bring us to a full count at 3-2. The payoff pitch, and it's swung on foul to keep us at 3-2. Runners went in anticipation. Turning out to be a gorgeous evening here in Lewiston as the shadows starting to make their way onto the field. Runners go, and it's a walk to load the bases. Two outs, loaded bases for the Cardinals as Harrison Reed comes to the plate, looking to save the day. Long staring down, and now the pitch. Outside, the ball gets away. Clausen's going to chase it down, and everybody will stay on their bases. Good job by Clausen to race that one down. Here's the stretch and set by Long. The 1-0. And a swing for strike 1. Chamberlain at third, Brock Zeller at second, and Matt Fleming at first. Here's the 1-1. And that'll bring up ball 2. Reed settles back in, and now Long gets the pitch from Clausen. Here's the 2-1. And a shot into right field. Frazier chases it down. It's going to get all the way to the wall. 1 run scores, 2 run score, and a third, as it's a stand-up double for Reed, and it's now 8-10. Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And they'll take a moment to let Reed get rid of his protective gear as we get ready for Nick Chase. Tying run at the plate for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Long. And Chase will foul it into the netting for strike 1. For Nick Chase, it's been a productive day. Walked his first at-bat, struck out, and then a triple and a single. Here's the pitch. And it'll be outside on the lefty for ball 1 to even us out on the count. Mavericks back in action on Saturday against the Hanford Flames. 3:30 first pitch, Missoula time. And the batter is tagged to put runners at first and second now with 2 outs. As we come to Zach Clark. And the Cardinals moving into a position of a possible walk-off against the Mavericks, as Clausen will come in as well as Hill to check in with Long. And our plate umpire will hesitate. Now he'll make his walk out to the 5 Valley Auto Pitchers Mound to break up the conference. And Hill and Clausen will head back to their respective spots. Drew Stensrud at third, Brendan Hill at short, Dayton Bay at second, and Zach Hangus at first. And we get ready for Zach Clark now. His first pitch of the inning. Long with the stretch and set. And it's inside for ball 1. Mavericks are going to have to battle their way out of the inning to get the win with the tying run at first. And Long comes in low for ball 2. Two and up. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch by Long, and he'll find the plate for strike 1. Here's the pitch, and a swing will go foul to even us up at 2 apiece on the count. The fate of the Cardinals hanging in the bat of Zach Clark, the catcher. 2 outs. Long prepares for the 2-2. Here's the stretch and set. And a foul ball will keep us in play at 2-2. Nick Chase at first. Harrison Reed at second. Mavericks lead 10-8 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Long now with the stretch and set. And a pitch upstairs will take us to a full count at 3-2. Here's the pitch by Long. And this one's fouled, hopped up over our heads. Keeps us at 3-2. Here's the pitch. And a walk to load the bases. Takes us to Ethan Miller, the right fielder, with loaded bases and 2 outs. Tying run is now at second. The winning run at first for the Cardinals. And Hathaway will hop out of the dugout to head out and speak with Long. It may be nice outside, but the best place to work out is at Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana with 6 locations throughout the state as well as one in Coeur d'Alene. You can get your fuel on when you're on the go when you travel with the Mavericks. Check out Fuel Fitness online as we've got a pitching change coming up on the mound for the Mavericks. So we will step aside. Fuel Fitness, a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome out to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Harris Field as we've got a change on the mound as Trad Richardson will come to the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound to face Ethan Miller in the first pitch. Will get away, and a run will be earned for the Cardinals off the wild pitch to make it 10-9. So the tying run now at third with the winning run at second. 1-0 on the count to Ethan Miller, who is 1 for 3. So Trad Richardson on the mound. Moves long to short. Johnson to left and Hill into center. Here's the pitch by Richardson. And it's cranked into left field. The tying run comes down the line. They'll bring the runner around, and the Cardinals will get the win in walk-off fashion as Johnson is not able to wrangle the ball in. And the Cardinals get the win in walk-off fashion. The Mavericks suffer their first loss of the tournament, falling to the Cardinals 11-10. So the Cardinals move to 2-1. The Mavericks are 2-1. The rest of the teams, well, Hanford is 1-0. The Twins are 1-1, as well as Mercedes of Seattle are 0-2, and the Cannons are 1-2. We'll have more action for the Mavericks tomorrow from Harris Field as they will take on the Hanford Flames at 3:30 Missoula time. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Friday afternoon. We will talk to you tomorrow afternoon. Be safe on the rest of your Friday night. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, goodbye.